that's what this is for. John looks like the innocent one, but John was the instigator. All right. So Mom used to take us everywhere in the vans, to the baseball fields, to the golf course, to the swim meets, swim practices, basketball practices in the winter, McDonald's a lot. And John spent his time in the back seat because the big brother rode in the front. It doesn't matter, that's just the way it was. Well, one day, Mom's going through the back, cleaning it out. I know, shopping, right? All of the Winchester people know her so well. But maybe she was putting more stuff in. And she looks up on the back headrest and sees this big capital blue R on the back, on this black blue velvet, blue marker, permanent marker. So we're eating breakfast last Sunday morning, and I told her I was going to mention this, and she said, yeah, I still don't know who did that. Well, I didn't do it. I'm giving you a chance to come clean. Right? Alright, so here we go to the second story. I think John was about 6 years old, and Sophie Roberts came over to the house. And rang the doorbell, John answers it. And he answers it like, well, good evening, Mr. Roberts. Why don't you come in? Sophie was taken back by this and was like, who is this? And he was like, well, maybe he's changing. Sticks his hand out to shake him, John kicks him in the shin. Nothing says welcome like a good kick to the shin. To this day, I talked to him last week, he said he flinches every time John comes around. And he thinks he walks with a wimp. He's right over here. See, John was your instigator. It wasn't always me. Story number 3. Will and Cole Glasscock were coming over one day. They were really good friends. Their parents were here, Will and Betty Jane. And their aunt and uncle were bringing them over because they were on their way back to Lexington. Their aunt and uncle knew of us, did not know us. They pull in the driveway with the windows down. The front door flies open. Out first runs the dog. Closely following him is me in second place. And chasing me with a tennis racket is John Baldwin yelling, "Get back here, you," and I'll let you figure out what that is. He was about 8 years old. This was not 2-3 weeks ago. So the aunt and uncle, they're just like, what the heck? Can we leave our nephews here? They turn around and ask Will and Cole, are you sure we're at the right house? Will and Cole, without hesitation, said, oh yeah, this is the right house. So he still wasn't sold on leaving them here, or there. He calls Betty Jane and says, he gives her the rundown of the story and everything. And Betty Jane's like, oh yeah, they'll be fine. Ann will be home in 15 minutes. Needless to say, I believe that tennis racket was used on me that afternoon. But that's what brothers are for, right? Alright, well, the first time I met Lauren was in Houston at the Final Four. Basketball. I asked her if she was ready to see a real basketball team. But that's not the story. That's not the story. She's at the airport. It's late. I'm in the room with my brother. He's he's on the phone with her, and I have another friend there who drove up from San Antonio. And I'm in the background, and I'm just complaining, because I want ice cream. Everybody knows that myself and my father, milkshakes all the time. So I guess she overheard us in the background. And 10 to 15 minutes later, room service comes up. Oh yeah, I guess I ruined it already, didn't I? And it's ice cream. And I'm thinking, what did this come from? John said, she probably got tired of you complaining while we were talking on the phone. And I said, well, John, she looks like a keeper to me. And I never met her yet. But the next year, we took a road trip to New Orleans. I know the blue around here knows about New Orleans in 2012. And a good trip. But on the trip down, my beautiful wife and I met them in Bowling Green. And we sat in the back seat and let John drive. So we drove all the way through the night to New Orleans. And about 2 or 3 hours into the drive, Laura, my wife, falls asleep in my lap. And I'm sitting in the back seat just staring out the front windshield watching John drive. And there's Chad out front. And the song comes on the radio, and it's Someone Like You by Adele. Well, Lauren and John, they just look at each other like, oh my God, this is our song. They don't know I'm watching. So she leans up on the armrest. He looks at her, casually glancing back at the road, thanks. And I mean, they go to town on this thing. They're singing their head. John's singing with that neck out. And that was the moment I knew we would soon be celebrating what we are celebrating tonight. They were perfect for each other. And now I would like to make a toast. So raise your glasses. Will you please come home and visit? Because Mom loves to throw parties for you. She will game night, food. I just want an invitation over to the house, even though I live a block and a half away. I love you, Mom. But here's 2 wonderful memories that last a lifetime.